Hello, welcome back to Attractions with Ash. It is a lovely Wednesday evening, not quite, not quite weather-wise, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good this evening. I'm really excited for tomorrow morning. Heading down to London tomorrow morning. Really excited for that. I need to make sure I get a sufficient amount of sleep because that's definitely been an issue recently. But so excited. 2 days to go. Friday, I'll be getting on Hyperia. I cannot wait. The moment is almost here. Hopefully, I feel a little bit better in myself when Friday rolls around. Hopefully by tomorrow, but definitely by Friday. Hopefully I feel a lot better. Because I've been a bit under the weather the last couple of days. I think ever since it was like really warm on Sunday, and then ever since then it's just been not too great, but feeling pretty good in myself at the moment. Feeling pretty positive, and really excited. It's going to be a very action packed sort of day tomorrow. I still need to do a sort of plan of what I'm going to do, really. There's a few ideas I have in mind of where I want to go. But overall, I think I'm just gonna ride around on the tube. I've got my pass. I've got my day travel card for tomorrow, so I can ride around on the tube and the bus and all that stuff as much as I want, which is going to be fantastic. I do love going around on the tube. It is a lot of fun. I've missed it. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been to London, actually. I definitely haven't been this year. I think it's probably around about a year now. Probably around about my birthday time last year that I last went to London. I'm trying to remember now. Yes, it was. It was the first week of September. That was it. It was just like a couple of weeks before I went to uni, and last went to London. So it's been a while since it's been. Let me do the math now. It's been about 8 months. So it's been a while since I've been to London, but it's going to be really cool, and hopefully the weather stays in tune, because it has worried me the last couple of days. The weather, well, especially here in Wolverhampton, it hasn't looked too great. So hopefully the weather holds up. I have looked and I have seen it's going to be like, I think around like 18 degrees on Friday at Thorpe Park. So it's not going to be too hot, but it's not going to be too cold. It's the nice middle ground you got there. So it should be pretty good. But I don't really know what to expect, to be honest. I don't really know what to expect. I am definitely excited, but I don't really know what to expect at the same time. Obviously, I am going to expect it's going to be very busy, so I need to be on form on Friday. I guess not in the sense of running, because obviously you can't get the first public train, because that's like reserved for Club 236 members. But I'm definitely going to have to be on form in terms of, making sure like all my alarms are set and stuff like that, especially for tomorrow as well. Just getting down there, and making sure I get my train on time. I think that would be a good start, I suppose. Getting down there on time. But I think once I'm down there, it should be good to go, and I should have a lot of fun, hopefully, and I should hopefully have a lot of fun making 2 extra special videos, which I'm going to try. I think that's the main thing, like sticking to the rigid schedule, is try to get the videos out on time, because I want to get them, because usually before, I haven't had like the opportunity to get my videos out straight away. When I've done trips before in the past, I haven't had the opportunity to do it straight away. So hopefully once I get down there and have the day in London tomorrow, hopefully when I get to my hotel in the evening, I should be able to get that video up pretty sharpish, and then the same goes hopefully when I'm on the train back on Friday, I should be able to get that video up. So there should be 2 videos in the space of the next couple of days coming pretty quick to Attraction to Flash. So hopefully, if I manage to get that all regimented and all fine and dandy, hopefully that'll be all good to go. So yeah, I just thought I'd come on for however long. I think the last one I did was only like half an hour long. I think I might do that, to be honest, just like a quick half an hour to an hour maybe. Just come on and just chill out, because I had a pretty good feeling I'd be excited today. And well, there's various circumstances in the news and everything else, and generally I was feeling very, very good today. So I think it was I made the right call doing a little bit of a fun mini live stream just before heading out tomorrow morning. But I wasn't actually sure whether I was going to be able to do it or not, to be honest, because as I say, I've not been feeling like the best the last couple of days. I've been feeling a little bit worse for wear with a bit of a horrible blocked nose and what have you. And I've not had much of a very strong voice either, so I didn't know whether I was going to be going to be able to deliver a proper live stream like this. But thankfully, my body has healed itself just in time, which is very, very, very good news, of course. I've got myself Mackies though, and I think this is my go-to drink at the moment from McDonald's. Is the new the Biscoff iced drink that they've been putting out the last few weeks or however long, their promotion. I used to be very, very accustomed to a caramel nice frappe, but I've been a converter to this recently. There we go. Just keep replenishing myself, warming up my vocal cords a little bit. But don't worry, I'm not going to sing for you on this live stream. Well, so I'm not going to wear out my vocal cords that too much. But there we go. A bit of a celebration McDonald's I've just come back from in the city centre. It's been that kind of day. I've been out a couple of times today. With my music blasting in my ears, just having a great time. But I think it feels. I feel probably the most positive I've felt for quite a long time. Things are really looking up. I finished off my my coursework start this week, because I that's desperately the one thing that I didn't want to have lingering over me when I went down to London, tomorrow and Friday is still due coursework still to hand in. So that's all done. That's put to the side now. Oh god, got a bit of a a runny nose kind of thing going on there. So still a bit worse for wear, as you can tell, but cracking on with it. And we even did a bit of a shopping trip earlier and went to CEX, got FIFA 2004 there for 50p. There we go. So I've really been on the bargain hunt, not the actual show, of course, but I've been on the bargain hunt with the charity shops recently. So just thought I'd have to pop into town and get that earlier. But feels really good. I'm so excited. Hopefully, I need to. I feel like I'm kind of tempted to just save this, save a little bit of this for Friday, because I'm anticipating the 5 to 6 hour queue that's been banded around. I think I might put this in the fridge overnight and just keep it cool and give myself some sort of a few drops where I can in the queue on Friday, and just see how it goes, because I'll definitely need the energy. Who knows? I might actually get like to the front pretty quick, and I might only be waiting like half an hour for my ride. But hopefully, like if I can get it in early, like fingers crossed. There's no guarantees here, but hopefully if I can get it in early and then go around to the rest of the park, and do the rest, which I think some people will be having the time of their lives if they're not really bothered about getting on Hyperia first, which I think some people might just give it a miss and then go on it later. But I think those people that do that, they'll have the absolute time of their lives just going around all Nemesis Inferno, the Swarm, the Stealth, all the other rides. They'll have that done within the first hour of operation, and then they can focus on like getting into the queue for Hyperia because they've done everything else. So that might be well, I suppose if it's absolutely heaving and it's awful, that might be like a backup tactic for me to do, just to go around to the rest of the park, because I like to see the rest of the park and see how that's shaping up for this year as well, because obviously Thorpe Park have been doing their Sparkle project for 2024, doing various little updates around the park, so I'd like to see that, and how they're getting along with that so far. Because I've obviously only seen, little bits and pieces of like photos and social media and stuff. So it would be nice to see that. But hopefully it all goes to plan on Friday, and everyone can have a great time, and it's not like what I saw a few weeks ago, which wasn't too great for the opening of Voltron Navira at Europa Park, where it was a bit of a travesty, to be honest, that opening, and I heard very bad things about that, unfortunately. So hopefully it's nothing like that for Friday, which it shouldn't be, because Thorpe Park have been very clear in the last couple of days, in their communication on social media and stuff, about what to do on the opening day, and what to do for those people that are queuing like from 3 a.m. on the Friday morning outside the front gates, which, respect for the people that they're actually going to do that. I think, a lot of people did that for Nemesis Reborn when it opened back in March, but I think, I think it will be a far quieter crowd, hopefully, that are going to try that. But props to you if you're gonna try that. But I guess that shows your dedication in some way. I don't know, but I'm gonna be getting the first bus from Staines Station at I think it's 9:15 or something. So hopefully gonna get there for about 25 past 9:30. Hopefully get in the queue, and hopefully not have to wait too long. Hopefully, the process is going to be pretty smooth. Because there seems to be a lot of thought going into this, a lot of preparation going into this. So fingers crossed. It's going to be a pretty smooth operation, which it should be, and I'm very very excited. Which I've said multiple times, but I've never done anything like this before. There'll be some people, I guess, that older theme park enthusiasts that will have done. The opening of the original Nemesis in 1994, the opening of the big one in 1994, which obviously was the tallest and fastest in the world. So that was, even bigger, I guess, in a way at the time, because it was in the world. This is just, of course, in the UK, which is still massive, but that was a momentous occasion to hold the tallest and fastest in the world. I can only imagine that would have been incredible, and there will inevitably, I guess, some people that will be going down on Friday that will have experienced that. So that'll be quite cool to see, really. I've been seeing over the past couple of days the finishing touches that they're putting, to the opening ceremony and all the theming around the area, which it does look. I have to say, it does look a lot better than it did, a week or two ago. It was looking a little bit concerning, like the queue line. The cattle pen was looking a bit bare. And I put like I like to think like a humorous YouTube shorts about it. Like a couple of weeks ago, saying, me entering the treacherous pits. But it does look a lot better. It's shaping up to be pretty interesting. Hopefully for opening down Friday. And it will get better over time, I suppose. With any coaster opening, really, nothing is ever complete. Which, in an ideal world, hopefully one day, in the far future, when we're all controlled by robots, hopefully, alongside that, there'll be like a perfect coaster opening where everything is working on the first day. But hopefully it's as near as it can be for that on Friday. But you never know, do you? You never know what may happen. Especially what we got with Nemesis Reborn at the end of that opening day was not so great. But I will get a night ride on that one day. I will get, hopefully later in the year, maybe like towards like Scarefest or maybe even fireworks, because I've never been to Alton Towers fireworks before, so that could be an interesting event to like capture and go to. And maybe they might put some changes in for this year, because Bianca Summit has made a lot of changes this year, a lot of positive changes, and things are really looking up. So maybe that could be one of the ones, along with the Scarefest update not like the Scarefest update / like refresh, with like the new Scarefest attractions hopefully coming in October, November. Hopefully there could be like a fireworks update as well. That could be like the experience of that can be improved as well. So hopefully all goes well, and it's shaping up to be a really, really good year so far. Yeah, shaping up to a really, really good year so far. With like coaster openings and everything for the UK theme park industry, and hopefully it ends well as well. Maybe we could see. Think of this at the end of this year. This is what we could have potentially at the end of this year, is like as a combination of what's already been confirmed and what's to come. So what we already have is Nemesis Reborn and like the Forbidden Valley refresh. We have Hyperia opening on Friday. We've had in the last couple of days like Paulson Park. They've opened like a new log ride attraction, log flume attraction, sort of things. So that's pretty cool for them. And like the main thing that hopefully is going to get confirmed in like properly in the next few months, although it is looking like ever more increasingly likely as the year has gone on so far. Hopefully by the end of this year we should have an official confirmation that after all the testing and like public approval that's gone on, hopefully that's Universal UK will be officially confirmed by the end of the year, and we'll get maybe like a rough like construction timeline / opening date, what they're aiming for. So that could well come by the end of the year. We don't know yet. It's still very, very much up in the air for that one, but it's shaping up to be a really, really positive year, and I'm very excited that I get this opportunity to cover quite a bit of it. I might even, like, if that gets the go ahead, I might even confirm it. I might even go down to Bedford to have a look myself. That could be interesting, I suppose. Video idea, but yeah, it's shaping up to be a very exciting year for this channel. That's for sure. I've really enjoyed the amount the amount of videos that I've done so far. With going to Paris, going to the Aberystwyth video that I did a few weeks ago has done really well. So thank you so much for the support on that video a few weeks ago. I really enjoyed putting that one together. And I suppose you could say it was well worth the 20 quid train ticket and the 6-hour round trip to do that. Now it was a really cool place to visit. And I think that's something that I really want to do more of over the next few months, over the elongated summer that I have now ahead of me. And obviously, there's already a couple of things in the pipeline coming out of the summer that I'm so excited for, and it all starts tomorrow. It all starts tomorrow when I go down to London tomorrow morning. So all I've got to do now is just wake up on time. That's all I've got to do. It sounds a simple job, but with me, that's never a done deal. So I've got to make sure I wake up on time first. Otherwise, that video ain't happening. But I'm sure that'll be a great video to do, as will the Hyperion video coming hopefully on Friday if I manage to do it. I'll have a couple of hours hopefully on the train to get that video edited and up for you on Friday evening as quickly as I can. And hopefully, fingers crossed, that will be one of the best videos on this channel that I've done, because I've ever since booking the Hyperion trip. I think it's a couple of months ago now. I think it was literally just after I come back from Paris, or it might have been just before, But ever since booking it, as soon as the Hyperion date was announced, anyway, I booked it straight away, and ever since then, I've been so excited to make that video, and finally on Friday, it'll actually happen, and hopefully it'll be a really memorable video, which I'm sure it will be. I'm sure it will be, and I mean. Imagine if it just comes pouring down with rain now on Friday, which I'm I'm just sat there or stood there in the queue line, just just stood here waiting for my ride. But hopefully that nothing like that will happen. I'm sure it won't. But it's so exciting. I'm repping my Smiley t-shirt today. So I'm all about records today. I'm all about record breakers today. I'm wearing my Smiley t-shirt. Which I said in my latest video. I'll defend that ride to the hills, which I will do based on so far my latest ride experience. When I went in March, it wasn't too bad. So that's why I will be backing it. So it's really I can't wait. I cannot wait. It's gonna be so good. It really is. And just to see all the other people there as well. Just see loads of other people there, because what I've been working towards, the main thing I've been working towards, and this is possibly going to get into a little bit of a tangent here, but what I've been working towards over the past this year anyway, is just focusing a lot on this channel and doing all of these videos, and I feel like I've massively become a lot more part of the theme park community, which can be an unforgiving place sometimes. It can be an interesting place sometimes, but it's been really exciting becoming a lot more part of this community, and I think that's something that's made me feel a lot more confident in myself, and a lot better in myself. It's just seeing other people's excitement for all of these things, which I think is the main thing. Really, is especially for me, like the last couple of years haven't been particularly easy, but doing stuff like this and going to theme parks like Alton Towers and Thorpe Park and making these videos, have been so exciting, and just taking away all of the other stresses that I've had, and just like the ability, like finishing off all of my uni projects this week, to get that first year of uni like done and dusted, really, has been like so exciting. Like, okay, if I get this done, I've been counting down the amount of things I had to do, and then eventually I had it all done, and then I was like, yes, okay, now I can look forward. It's only like a few days to go. It's only a few days to go. Now I can look forward. The next thing I'm going to be doing is going to London, going to do Hyperion at Thorpe Park. It's so exciting, honestly. And this summer is going to be hopefully one of the best summers I've had in quite a long time, possibly ever. But who knows? That could be like a massive hyperbole, but it could be one of the best summers I've had ever. With the stuff I've got planned, with going to like I've got 2 concerts planned, which are going to be 2 absolutely amazing videos that I'm going to be making over the next couple of months. There's another video that I'm going to be potentially doing at the start of July. I might be going down, because I don't want to make this like a complete political stream, because that's not everyone's cup of tea. That's fine. But obviously, the news today that the general election is going to be on the 4th of July. So that's me now. I'm gonna make another impromptu trip potentially to London on the Friday morning on the 5th of July, and I'm gonna be making like a hopefully like a funny little video. It's gonna be hectic on that day, but I'm gonna make a impromptu trip again down to London, and probably considering how often I'm going there in the next couple of months, I may as well go and buy a house down there. What do you reckon? Could I do? I could make I can buy a house down there. Even though I all my savings would literally lead up to probably a month's rent down there, but I could buy a house down there, and then I can make that my base, and then I could go to Thorpe Park all the time, and that'd be great. And actually, yes, I just remembered, just thinking about going to London-based theme parks. There is a potential. I'm thinking. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet tomorrow, but because I have this rail card now, I have this like travel card. It allows me to do like various like TfL services, like the bus and tube and tram and what have you. But it also allows me to do like selected national rail services as well, in like the London travel card zone. Now this is interesting. I think I mentioned like a few weeks ago, or it might have been on a previous live stream or something. Like I can't quite remember, but I did mention my desire to go back to Chessington, because I haven't been there in a long time. I've only made one visit ever there. That was 2021, I believe, summer 2021. It was like across a weekend where we did Legoland, Chessington, and Thorpe all in one weekend. It was a pretty good weekend, to be fair. But I've only ever been once, and it wasn't a great experience. It wasn't a particularly great experience. It was like the final day of a weekend whole trip to London with like all these parks, all the London Merlin parks, like combined with like trip to London, what have you. It wasn't a particularly great experience. Like the queues, the operations, like the queues were pretty poor that day, to be honest. So that's the only Merlin park that I really kind of have a negative image towards, in a way. just based on that one personal experience, I haven't had the opportunity to rectify that. It's like been nearly 3 years now since it went out of focus there. It's been like 3 years since I've been to Chessington. So there is the potential, because I think I had this right, that Chessington is within the London travel card zones. So that means that I don't have to pay an extra ticket. I don't have to get an extra ticket and like pay more money to get from like central London to Chessington. So there's potential that, obviously, because I'm taking my Merlin pass anyway to go to Thorpe Park on the Friday, there is the potential that I could make an impromptu trip tomorrow to Chessington and ride Mantra Mayhem for the first time, because I've never done that before, and it looks like pretty cool. It's obviously not like the most. It's obviously not the most intense roller coaster in the world. It's not the most, or even in the UK, it's not the most like thrilling, I guess you could call it. But there is the potential tomorrow that I could make a Chessington video. I could potentially. This is kind of my thinking. I could have the half the day in London, just doing all that like touristy, like vloggy kind of stuff, and then I could do a Chessington video, and that would mean I could do 3 videos. I could get an extra video out, 3 videos, and give my first thoughts on Mantra Mayhem, and ride Dragon's Fury again. And make my mind up which is better, Dragon's Fury or Spinball Wizard, who knows? But that's the potential there. I've just thought so that's quite interesting, actually. But yeah, if you have any suggestions at all, please feel free to let me know. Any places in particular that you want me to cover in the video tomorrow. And I'll try to make it as like informative and interesting as possible, because I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to work on my natural presenting style, which I think hopefully is getting a lot better. I'm getting a lot more confident, like particularly in front of the camera at the moment. So hopefully that's coming across. But if there's anywhere in particular I could go in London tomorrow, feel free to suggest. And I'll try and make a very entertaining monologue out of that, hopefully in the video tomorrow. But I've got a pretty good idea, I think, of some places that I want to go on the tube, and I think just having a ride around on the tube will be pretty fun, to be honest. Just a general ride, because I do like my rides on the tube. I've been to various places, because I've done one solo visit before, and I think that was one of the first videos that I did on Attractions with Ash, when I properly started to do this kind of adventure content. Because before I did like various bits and bobs with like theme park stuff, and films sometimes when I went to Alton Towers or Thorpe Park. But I think that was the first video, really, the solo London trip in February last year. That was the first proper trip that I did, that I filmed, and I started to move towards like the adventure side of things, adventure themey kind of videos, which I've been really enjoying. So that was definitely a positive decision, and I'm going to be making my second solo trip to London pretty soon, in about 14 hours time, because my train is about 11:15 from Wolverhampton station. I'm just going to be sitting on there for a couple of hours. Might do some like editing of some sorts. Who knows? I don't know. I might just download a film. I might just download a film on Netflix just to watch on the way. Because I'm not quite sure how good the internet is, to be honest, on Avanti West Coast trains. Because I know on cross country, apart from like browsing social media, it is awful. is god awful, and I think that was like the main. I think that is the main aim actually with these train companies, to not let you do a lot of searching. You can't do YouTube at all, which I think you should be able to do. Like, we need to make a petition. We need to make a petition that you should be able to watch YouTube on trains, because I think that would improve a lot of experiences for people. To make the Wi-Fi strong enough, not to download stuff, because if you're downloading a 30 gig game on the train and it crashes the internet for everybody else on the train, I think I think you'd have a little bit of a problem. But I think if you're able to watch YouTube videos at least, I think in my personal experience that would make train journeys a lot better, a lot easier. Because for me anyway, I guess some people, they have loads of mobile data to use, or unlimited data in some people's cases, so they can, they don't have to worry about using Wi-Fi. They can just use their mobile data. But for me, who only has three gigs of data, being able to view YouTube videos on a particularly long train journey, especially, would be very useful indeed. But I think Advantage West Coast is one of the rare exceptions that I've been actually able to watch YouTube videos on a train journey back. So props to Avanti, I guess. But Virgin Trains were still better. But yeah. But yeah, it's just I just looking out the window. It's still just about my light that I bought the other week to try and improve the quality of these YouTube videos, and hopefully it has. Hopefully the quality of the YouTube videos in the last couple of weeks has noticeably improved. Hopefully that is the case. I bought this light off Amazon. It was 15 quid or something. It's pretty good value, I'd say, because it does the job. And I think it's improved the quality of my videos the last couple of weeks somewhat, by lighting up my face a lot more. So there you go. I am bright. I've been struck by the lightning. but there you go. I think it's very, very useful in particular. I think it will come very in handy for future live streams, hopefully, just to be able to use this light with this webcam, which is supposed to be a top quality webcam, like the Logitech C920 1080p HD webcam. It's supposed to be a pretty top quality webcam, but I mean it is, but it's not as good as I was expecting, I guess. But this light definitely improves the quality of that a lot more, which is certainly a bonus. And I'm actually getting a sniffly nose now, which probably means that I'm talking too much, but which happens a lot. But I probably need a drink now. My nose is getting a lot more stifling. I think I'll just wait a second. I'll just quickly go out a shot, because this won't be a very attractive shot. But if I just I'm out of shot, am I? Yeah. There we go. Yeah, excuse the inhaling here. Oh, that's some strong stuff there. Oh, that is some strong. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think it was slowly getting to a point now. It was slowly getting to a point where I was beginning to struggle to breathe. So there we go. I feel a lot fresher now. I feel a lot fresher, which I can relax a lot more. I can relax because I've got a bit too overexcited the last couple of hours, to be honest, with all that's been going on. So I think that's definitely. I've been on the calm now, and now I'm eventually rising back up, which hopefully I can find a middle ground. But there we go. Let me just have a quick drink. I've been streaming for 40 minutes already. It's gone so quick. Yeah, it's still light outside, but yeah, it's slowly starting to get not so good again now. I think the rain eased off for about a couple of hours or so, but now it's starting to make its way back down from the clouds again, which it's unfortunate. But let me just Google the weather actually for tomorrow. Hopefully. So it's supposed to be partly cloudy, but it looks like there's going to be sun tomorrow in London. Well, it's raining today. Obviously, raining today. But 18 degrees tomorrow. Let me just double check the weather for Fort Park on Friday. It's going to be, partly cloudy, humidity 58%. So it's going to be fairly warm. It's going to be warmer on the Saturday, though. 21 degrees, mostly sunny on Saturday. So maybe, I'm missing like the properly sunny weather by 24 hours here, which is unfortunate, but it's still going to be quite good. Still going to be 19 degrees on Friday, which is certainly a positive. Oh, just knocked my mic there. Okay, I'm getting a bit too overexcited again, which can be a bit of an issue, but I feel like the last couple of days, I came back here just for like these last couple of days yesterday, and it started off so slowly. Like I was trying to pass the time as much as I could. It was kind of like waiting for Christmas, It's kind of like waiting for Christmas, like the day before. I think it's got better over the last like few years. It hasn't felt as long of like a day like Christmas Eve. But like before, like Christmas Eve, felt like such a long day to wait, especially like the days leading up to it. But I think like with yesterday, it really started to drag on to begin with. Like I really had to find myself like doing so many various different things to try and fill the time. It felt like time was going so slowly. Then all of a sudden, as like yesterday evening got like drew in, like time started to speed up very, very quick. And then today has just gone so fast. Probably mainly because I'm having such a blast today, which is I guess is often the case. It's probably where the saying comes from. Time goes so fast when you're having fun. But today's gone so fast. And then probably tomorrow will as well. Hopefully it won't, because I really want to enjoy it tomorrow. I really want to like get down there and have a good day tomorrow, which I will. I definitely will after today. I'll get down there and have the time of my life just riding the tube, and I might say hello, give a nice visit to one university that I was meant to go to. Well, I was one of my options last year to go to. I might visit the University of West London again, because I know how to get to that now, because I went on the tube there to do like a tour around there last year. So I know how to get there. I might do like a kind of smug face as I go there. But I'm probably gonna have to. I'm probably gonna have to make a list tonight and start planning properly of where I want to go tomorrow on the tube, which is something that I'd excel at. I'd say if I list my various qualities, I'd say that is something I do quite well. To be honest, it's just making a list of like when I go to London, just the place I want to go, and using Google Maps. Before I made truce, when I went to Paris and made truce with Google Maps after I finally worked out it shouldn't have been much of a struggle as it was, but I finally made peace with Google Maps in terms of getting it to work whilst you're walking, because it just went all over the place. It kept trying to throw me off, but I finally managed to make it work. And since then, I've been a lot more confident using it. But I think in the days where I wasn't so confident using Google Maps, I think that was definitely the only time when it was my friend, was when I was trying to work out how to get to certain places I want to visit on the tube. And I think that was like sort of the case when I would use the equivalent, like the Paris Metro as well. I do love a good transportation system like that. But I don't claim to be an expert. Like some people, I see some people on my Twitter feed that are like, go all around the country, like visiting different train stations, which sounds like a really fun idea, to be honest. But I do love going around. Just like places on the tube and stuff like that. But yeah, so summer is creeping in now. It feels good, doesn't it? It feels really, really good that summer is finally arriving. I think we saw a glimpse of that with the weather on the weekend, but hopefully there's more like that, because it's just it's trying to rain on my parade, isn't it? The weather is desperately trying to rain on my parade at the moment, but I'm not gonna let it. I'm not gonna let it. I'm gonna have a great time tonight. Just sitting in, doing a bit of a binge watch or something. Probably Peep Show, to be honest. That's been my go-to at the moment. I'll probably continue some of that. I always love a good binge watch, like the day before something very exciting. So I'll definitely be thinking something like that. But there we go. That's my long ramble. That's my long ramble of various different things that had absolutely no correlation at all, which I think is, you can agree, I suppose, is what makes Attractions with Ash so great. This is what makes Attractions with Ash so unique. Is you don't get this anywhere else. If you do, I'd love to challenge them. I'd love to challenge that channel that is the pretender to my crown. But I do love a good ramble, and I think that is often why I think I desperately want to improve my presentation skills in front of camera, because I try thinking of various things to say, and then I just do a massive ramble, which sometimes comes off to good effect, but often it gives me a hard time when I come to edit the video. But there we go. It's nearly an hour, like 48 minutes, nearly an hour, but it's not quite as long as I remember, like a couple of months ago. Or I've lost track of time. How when it's been a while since I did my last live stream, but I've lost track of time of when I did one that was like 3.5 hours. I did one, I think it was a couple of months ago. It probably was, considering just to picture this. My Aberystwyth video, well, when I went to Aberystwyth anyway, was the 27th of April. It's now the 22nd of May already. So that's nearly 4 weeks ago. Nearly 4 weeks ago, my Aberystwyth video already. That's how much time has moved on, recently. It is mad. But yeah, a couple of months ago, I did a live stream that didn't end that well, because for the last 10 minutes of it, I think, and the first 10 minutes of it as well, was me just being muted, because I didn't have my microphone input on. But it was a real shame, really, because it was a 3.5 hour marathon stream. I was, absolutely exhausted by the end of it and properly ready to go to bed. I think it was 10 past midnight, or something like that. Or it might have been midnight. It was very late by the time I finished it. Anyway, hello. Oh, we've got a commenter in the chat. Hello. Oh yeah, I've just forgot. I've got 2 drinks. I just went to pick up this drink and I completely forgot I had this drink as well. But hello, welcome to the stream. I've just been rambling for the past 50 minutes. I'm in a very excitable mood at the moment. I can't wait for tomorrow. It's going to be a very exciting day, and hopefully not too exhausting day either. Hopefully it will be pretty fun getting down there, doing a lot of stuff. I am definitely hyped for Friday. Yeah, I'm hyped for Hyperia. There we go. We got the worst joke in the world in there. I am hyped for Hyperia. You can get that trending on Twitter if you want. Hashtag hype for Hyperia. But yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I will definitely be raiding the store like I did with how was it Bunker Store 94 on Nemesis opening day. I'll definitely be having a look at the Hyperia store as well. I'll try to probably get myself a hoodie or something because I think that just has to be done. Yeah, hype for Hyperia. Who doesn't like? I don't think I've seen that anywhere else. I mean, someone else might have done it. Someone else might have like put that out as a tweet or something. I just haven't seen it. So, and it just seems like the most obvious thing. So, yeah, you go as well. Yeah, I think a lot of people are gonna be there. It's gonna be a mad day. Nothing like literally nothing like I've ever done before. It is going to be incredible. Like me there, like filming the whole thing. I think it's going to be like one of those things where I'm going to be, or I'm going to film it, and then I can look back on it like that video in like 6 months' time and just watch it and just sit back with my McDonald's drink or something and just like just enjoy it. It's going to be such a special moment, and I can't believe it's all the stars have aligned for me to actually be on this opening day, because it's not like Alton Towers where I can just like go up the road. It's like a 45-minute drive up the road. This is like going all the way down to London and getting a hotel like overnight. So this is like properly going in for this. So hopefully, I've put the preparation in for work for this. So hopefully it is all worth it on Friday. But I'm sure it will be. It will be definitely a special occasion, and I can't wait for it. I really can't wait. It's I've been building up to this, building my excitement for this for a long time. So it's hopefully it's going to be worth it. And if I'm there, if it turns out that I get in the queue at like 10 a.m. and I finally get my ride at like 7:58 or something like that, or even past closing time, and I have to queue all day, then so be it. I'll just spend the weekend. I'll just spend the weekend. I'll get home. I'll get the train back. Hopefully the last train back. Hopefully I'll be able to get my ride in and then get the last train back. Hopefully that'll be the case, because otherwise I'll probably have to go to like a, I don't know, Reading train. I'll probably have to go from Staines to like Reading train station and then like sleep in the station overnight and then get a train back. Oh, there we go. The camera's got excited. The camera's excited as well. There we go. The camera's getting too excited. Yeah. I might have to like sleep overnight in the station and then get the first one back to New Street or something in the morning. But it's gonna be it's gonna be a massive test of my endurance, test of my stamina, whether I can last. Imagine if that's a test, like you get into the queue line, and then your real test if you're ready to ride is if you make it to the end of the queue line, and if you fall at the final hurdle, if you fall at the air gates, then you'll be shamed or something. I don't know. But yeah. I need a chair. I feel like I should get a chair or something. I might just get I go to one of those. I might just go to one of those tourist shops in London tomorrow and just get like a Great British chair with like the flag plastered all over it or something, and just like, you know, my country, no, and just and might just use that, or just tactically time my sit down breaks. Like, okay, I'm just gonna put like a timer every like half an hour on my phone, just to just sit down, like, and my phone will explode if I don't sit down. But it's hopefully, hopefully your collapsible stool like thing works for you, because I imagine that's going to be very useful. It's going to be very useful. But yeah, wow. It's mad to think it's only 2 days now. It's only 2 days to go, and like only a few weeks ago I was doing like a video saying like, oh, it's like 4 or 5 weeks left, and now it's 2 days. It's gone really quickly, which probably means I need to plan some more stuff. What time am I planning to get there? Well, basically, because I'm in like the local hotel in Staines, and obviously I just have to walk round the corner to the station and get the shuttle bus from there. So what I'm planning to do is get the first bus out, which I believe is at 9:15 in the morning, or it might be 9:05 or something like that. It's around that time in the morning. So I'm going to get that first bus out. Hopefully get there. Should only take about 10 minutes. Hopefully there shouldn't be like too much of like a traffic queue or something, or anything like that. Hopefully I should get there for about 9:30, and then I'll just see what happens, to be honest. Hopefully, you know, like I was saying in earlier on, like Thorpe Park have like obviously put out like various messaging and stuff like that over the past couple of days, like to tell everyone what's going on. So hopefully it should be pretty efficient, with everyone getting in and stuff like that. There'll probably be a few people that'll have been a bit stupid, but you know, you get that sometimes. But I'm just gonna try and get there as early as I can, get the first one out, because I think it'll be better than walking, to be honest. It'll definitely be better than walking, because it'll obviously, of course, be a day where I need to save as much energy as I can. I think it'll be inevitable, to be honest, that by the end of the day, when I go back on the train, that I'll have to have a massive sleep. but I'm basically just trying to get there as early as I can do, really. And just see what happens. I'm not really fussed what happens anyway. There is going to be, I will be surprised. I don't think there will be as many as there were, like, in terms of like the craziness of like people queuing for like 4-5 a.m. for like Nemesis the other month. But I think there will still be a few. And you know what? I kind of rate it. If you're gonna do that, okay, fair play, whatever. Like, it's not gonna work out, I guess, as well as it probably would have done for Alton the other month. But you know, there is inevitably, isn't there? There's gonna be some people that are just like going to be putting up tents, and you just, I'll be intrigued to see, like, you know, some people they'll will probably walk by, and like, you know, there'll be some people in the general public that, I guess, because you know the Hyperion marketing, you know, most of the general public, I suppose, will know what's going on with like the opening day and stuff. But there will be, on the off chance, there will be like some people that will have like literally, they'll just be there for the day, just to ride the rides, and they'll be there with their little kids, going, go to the various other like attractions of the park, and they're just going to be walking past. They're just going to be walking past, and they're just gonna think, what the hell is going on? Like I will really, I can't wait. Just to see some reactions from like the general public who are just like, yeah, okay, yeah. I've seen like some people, because I've seen some people on Twitter. This is like a similar thing for concerts. Like some people like queuing like a couple of days. I saw like a few months ago it was something like that. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was like for a concert at the O2, and I think it was and some people had started queuing. It might have been for like the 1975 or something like that, and then started queuing like a week before or something like that, something crazy like that. So you know, imagine if that happens. I think that there might like I say there might be, but there's just inevitably going to be people just walking past that have no idea what's going on, and they're like, yeah, okay. Uh, they're just going to be literally a week before, and they had this like Twitter group. They had some people telling them that they were absolutely crazy. Like they wanted to be, because obviously like with concerts, you get obviously like the seating at the side, and then you get like the standing. So obviously these people, they wanted to get the standing and they wanted to get the front row. So they queued out like literally ages before. It might not have been a week before, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was. But it was definitely quite a few days before. They were camping out the O2, and they were like, I think there were some people like booking days off. They were like booking days off work just to be in this queue. So imagine if that happened for like Hyperia. That would be crazy. Like some people like booking days off work and going to like their local Argos and buying the tent, and just be like just be walking into like Thorpe Park's car park like a week before, with other people and just like members of the general public just driving on past them, just thinking, why are they holding a tent? Well, what's going on here? Is there any is there any reason to be concerned here? But that's I'm kind of split on this because they are a little bit. Um, but at the same time, there are some people that will just do anything. So you have to, I guess, in sort of some way, respect the dedication. But then again, like, like when I went to Nemesis Reborn opening, I just admitted when I went through the front gates that I could not run anyway. I used to run, I'd say pretty well, a few years ago, but those days are well beyond me now. So I just accept defeat immediately. But fair play to some people. These people, they literally they set up groups, and they're like they're all in a weird way that they're all like really nice and innocent, like looking out for each other. Like, oh, okay, I'll take your place in the queue. I'll take your place in the queue. While you nip out to the shops and get supplies. So it's a really like coordinated effort, but at the same time, in that like they just get to the front of the queue, and then their ticket won't scan, so they just have to stand aside. There's every chance of that happening. So there's pros and cons to this to get, I guess, but there you go. Almost finished that now. Almost finished it. Well, there we go. I wonder what like the next event will be like because like I'm it's like one of the new McCafe Ice, like it's like the Biscoff kind of thing. It's not too bad, to be fair. Like I usually go for like a caramelized frappe or something like that, or just like a standard like chocolate milkshake or vanilla milkshake. But like I've been having this for the last like the last few weeks or so, last like few trips to McDonald's, and I thought, why not? Like I was doing this live stream tonight, and like feeling pretty excited. Had pretty good day, so I thought, yeah, okay, let's celebrate. Let's I'll have a nice little ice cream, ice cream. Well, McDonald's. That's what I mean. You know, and celebrate before the big trip tomorrow. Which is edging ever closer now. And wait, actually, I have an idea. I think I'm trying to include more like satirical moments in the videos. So I'm thinking tomorrow morning I wake up and do one of those like fake vlogger reactions where I just this is gonna be a bit weird. Okay, bear with me, but demonstrate. I'm just laying in bed just like this. Just wake up. Just like that. It's like one of those fake vlogger reactions. Warning. Oh, this is going to be a really, really long day for me. Yeah, I might do something like that. Depending on depending on how sleep deprived or excited I'm feeling tomorrow. But yeah. Apologies for that interesting demonstration. I feel like I was like on this will be a bit of a niche reference, but I feel like I was kind of like on one of those shopping channel like Argos TV or QVC demonstrations there. I was just like clambering into bed and just like showing all like doing a lovely little demonstration there. But it's yeah, get down there, have a nice day. Hopefully, it should be pretty good weather for it on Friday. And hopefully it'll be a really good video. And if you want to, this is a bit of a long shot, but if you want to feature in the video, then by all means, just I'll most likely be around Hyperia most of the day. So if there's on the off chance you want to feature in a special guest, then I'll be like I'll be doing a lot of especially I doing a lot of off-ride shots and stuff like that for Hyperia, because then I could do a more of a cinematic video, cinematic follow-up video, or perhaps like if I do a follow-up video on like giving my initial thoughts on Hyperia, I could use that footage obviously to put things over the top, but opportunities there. If you feel free. I want to make sure that's something I want to try and like integrate into the videos is kind of like interactions with other people, and especially like considering like how this channel has gone in the past like couple of months or so. We've reached 100 subscribers now on the on the channel, and who knows where it could go really. I'm really excited. We've got like 128 at the moment, which is absolutely crazy, and it's been so exciting like watching it go up every day, and my videos doing so well, which is brilliant. So yeah, if you want to like feature by any chance, and that's great. And I do often. I think I do often have a knack for like bumping into people anyway. Like especially with my friends. I do see that does seem to happen to me a lot. I do seem to bump into people, and then I kind of get starstruck for a moment, and I'm like, then I kind of recompose myself and find out what to say. But that's something. That's something I definitely want to include a lot more in my videos. It's just like interactions with viewers really, just to kind of like pay people back in a way for supporting the channel, and getting it up to this milestone, which I feel is absolutely brilliant. I've been really working at this past few months, a lot like alongside my uni work, and it's kind of like gone up like that, and they've kind of gone hand in hand, which is absolutely amazing, and hopefully like the quality of the videos can just keep on improving. You never know. I might, if it gets to that point where I become a multi-millionaire or something like that, I could get special collabs with like famous celebrities on the video, and then that's where I've truly made it. If I get famous celebrities on the video, although I need to think of like famous celebrities that are like proper theme park enthusiasts as well. Kind of keep that keep it on topic. But I can't really think of any off the top of my head. But that's a long way off yet. But yeah, it's really exciting, really exciting. I can't wait to bring these videos to the channel. And like, if you have any suggestions at all at any time, for future videos, because I'm always looking, like with the summer I've got now, like, because I did for a few weeks ago, I did apply for a job like at Alton Towers as kind of like a performer. Unfortunately, that didn't come to fruition. Unfortunately, hopefully sometime in the future, something like that will come up again. But on the plus side, that means now that I have like around like 4 or 5 months now of like pure freedom, pretty much, just to make more and more videos and go out to different places and see everything really. So always like feel free to drop stuff like in the comments or anything like that, or any other place, like on my Twitter or something like that, or anything like that, for suggestions for my future videos really, because I always love to go out places. Oh yes, that's it. Thank you for reminding me of that. Yes, Cleeth. I think that was in Cleethorpes, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Of course I remember. I always remember stuff like that. Yeah, I always remember stuff like that. I think that's definitely one of the highlights so far from doing these like live streams, and hopefully I can do a lot more of these. But like from doing these live streams so far, that was an absolute highlight. That was. I think it was like in Cleethorpes. I did actually Google it. And it is feasible. From where I am to get to Cleethorpes and like check that out, that could be a feasibility. And like, yeah, I need to figure something out in the summer. I need to just get this out of the way first with like London and Hyperion the next couple of days, and then the next stuff I've got planned is not until like the end of June and like the end of July. So I've got like a little bit of time in between that, to kind of think of all the places to go. That is definitely something. I'm glad you reminded me of that actually, because that is definitely a place to go. That is definitely a place to go, and I need to take my GoPro for that, because one thing I was gutted about, and I think would have really added to my Paris videos the other month, was when I did my Disneyland Paris video, which I'm really proud of. I love that video. but unfortunately, I didn't. I took my GoPro, but I forgot my batteries. I left my batteries in the room. I need to remember my batteries this time if I'm going up to Cleethorpes to do that, because that is going to be one of the best like POVs / like moments I think this channel has seen, and probably will ever see, to be honest. Just me feeling absolutely depressed, going on like that mini coaster of whatever it was, or that Ferris wheel. And then I think I could, considering I don't think they're too far away from each other. There was another one that I did from one of my GeoGuessr ones that was up in Whitby, and it just looked the most depressing. I like it was under UK theme parks, but I couldn't. But I couldn't fathom for the life of me why. Because it was like the most depressing thing. It was like outside a chip shop, and it was just like these little rides like stacked up against the wall with like barbed fences around them, and it was just like the most depressing thing I've ever seen. So that's definitely another one to add to the list. Go up to Whitby to do that. Yeah, you can make the most clickbaity title: visiting the worst theme park in the world. Yeah, there's definitely an opportunity there. You know, do you want to become my channel manager? I'll very much appreciate that because I've got a friend at the moment who's she's really helping me create some like extra like, video ideas I could do over this summer. You could become my channel manager and just help me think of titles and stuff, because that's a that's a genius title. Visiting the worst theme park in the world. Yeah. Okay. I'll make sure to do the contract in the next few. When I get back from London, in a couple of days' time over the weekend, I'll get the contract sorted, and you can become my channel manager, and I can we can like work collaboratively on like video and title ideas and whatever. Because yeah, that's if that is not like the moment, if that video is not the moment where it just my channel completely skyrockets into, you know, complete famehood, then I don't know what will. But yeah, if you make sure to you know, because I think if you want to if you want to drop ideas, feel free. I'm, you know, absolutely open to it, because I will be the first person to admit I'm, you know, I do come up with a few ideas, but some of the times it's just my brain cannot get going at all. So any help, like seriously, any help like I can get with ideas and what have you, is much appreciated, because sometimes my brain does get a little bit fried. Yeah, visit the worst theme park in the world. What is? Shall I just let's see if Google. I feel like that's something. Just randomly, I feel like that's something that Google would have an answer for. Let's Google. What is the worst? Because genuinely, like the worst theme park in the world, I could go to the worst theme park in the world, which is like technically that one, and do like clickbait title, and then I could do at the actual, like if I get say for example, if I got a job or something, a part-time job, and saved up, I could actually, because I reckon it'd be somewhere international, I could go to the actual worst rated theme park in the world. Let's see what Google thinks. Okay. Apparently, yeah, okay. Very, very good for me saying that I needed to save up for this, because this is in China. It says here, a largely abandoned theme park in China is fighting for the title of the worst in the world, according to some unhappy visitors. The Xingshan, I think that's how you say it, amusement park in Beijing gives the impression of being shut, yet it is very much open for business. Xingshan visit. Okay, I've got to put that down. Okay, I've got to go to Beijing. You know, obviously Beijing is one of the. I assume, well, it's a very lovely place to visit. One of the for many people, and probably for many people a bucket list place to visit. So yeah, I've got to go. I've got to go there now. What is it again? I need to have a look. Xingshan Amusement Park in Beijing. Okay, right. Okay, and we've got here. Let's have a bit of a Google session. Which okay, we've got people also ask which UK theme park is abandoned. Okay, which one? Which one is abandoned? So we've got actual abandoned theme parks. Sort of. We've got we've got Camelot theme park, up like Charlotte Richard. I don't know if Pleasure Island Cleethorpes is still abandoned or where it's like fully demolished. Okay, let's see. Right, okay, so we've got Frontierland in Morecambe. Okay, the Loudon Castle in Scotland. Okay, and also Pleasure Island Cleethorpes is there? Oh yes, Pleasure Island Cleethorpes. Yes, perfect. What else is in Cleethorpes? I wonder. What else is in Cleethorpes? Oh yeah, that other worst theme park in the UK. Well, if I want to make the most out of my my trip to Cleethorpes, I may as well have a take a look at a abandoned theme park and see what I can see of it, because I'm not sure how much of it is left, to be honest, because I think it closed down in 2016, obviously like due to financial difficulties. So that's like 8 years ago now. So I'm not sure how much is actually left of it. But that could be an interesting like double video. There we go. I said I wasn't that great with ideas, but I feel like once I get one, they start to flow a little bit more, which is great. Feels like I'm gonna have a very fun summer now. I'm gonna have a very fun summer, going to all these weird and wonderful places. But yeah, like I say, I feel like there's definitely a lot of room for going to all of these different places now. I say if that video, like if I do actually get around to making that video, which I'm seriously actually considering now, because it would be the most like hilarious video that I've ever done. You can go on every wacky worm roller coaster in the UK and rank each one. Yeah. Yeah, I want to see. I'm intrigued. I'm really intrigued to see how the like the worm roller coaster at Cleethorpes on the beach stands up to the one at West Midlands Safari Park, like the Caterpillar coaster at West Midlands Safari Park, like two very similar rides in layout. I'm very interested to see how it holds up. Is it going to be, because my number one coaster, like ever at the moment, is currently the Caterpillar coaster at West Midlands Safari Park. So, I'm really intrigued to see how that stands up. I wonder if it's going to be in my top 3. It would be absolutely hilarious now to see if that was, I went on it and it actually somewhat was fun. You just know it's just going to be somewhat fun. It probably is going to be fun anyway because of the mindset I'm going to put myself in. Like, oh, this is great. This is such a laugh. But if it actually genuinely is fun to ride, it builds up a bit of speed. But I don't know if it actually has a lift hill or not, though. Like, I don't know if it's just. I think it might be just like a circuit. That just like goes round in a circle, to be honest. So it might actually just be like, it might actually not be as good as I anticipated, but I've definitely got to try it out. That's something that absolutely has to happen now. Um, I could milk the absolute crap out of that POV that I'm inevitably going to film on that ride. I'm not sure what else, because I think now I think that's a shame, really, because now Pleasure Island Cleethorpes like closed like 8 years ago. I think that's the only actual offering that Cleethorpes has. I think in terms of theme parks or like amusement rides or anything like that. So that's a bit of a shame, really. It doesn't, like, they could do with some, they could do with a better offering to like appease people to the area, but unless I suppose like what, like one of those weird things that like the Magic Roundabout. That's it, Magic Roundabout in Swindon. That, like, one of those weird things that's classed as a tourist attraction. They could make those rides a tourist attraction, like classed as a tourist attraction, and market the hell out of those rides. Get people all the way. Get someone from really down south, convince them that this is an absolutely amazing tourist attraction. Convince them, come all the way from down south and come all the way up to Cleethorpes. Come all the way up to Cleethorpes, and then they just ride that, and they're like, I spent all this money on fuel or a train just to come all the way up here, and it was just so disappointed. And then they spend all they get in there, so they can't get a train back, so they have to stay in Cleethorpes for the night. But yeah, yeah, it must be a bit of a shame. I don't want to bash like people who live in Cleethorpes too much, because, like, I've been not exactly to like Cleethorpes / Grimsby, that kind of part of the UK specifically, but I've been like near there, kind of like in the Yorkshire area, with like in like York, Scarborough area. So it is like an all right area up north that I've been to, like various, obviously. But they really do need something. They really do need something to appeal to the area, because I do remember, it kind of reminds me of like the holidays that I used to go on. This kind of like sound like, oh well, when I was poor, when my family was really poor, we used to go on Pontins holidays when I was a kid, and now I can go on really elaborate holidays, to Dubai and stuff. Well, most of the time we still holiday in the UK, but like it reminds me of like when we used to go down to places like Dawlish, and what they could really do with in places like that, and in places like Cleethorpes, when of course they have like a seaside attraction, but what they could really do with is something like that. Is better attractions, because when you go, yes, you've got the seaside, but when you go all that way, just for your best attraction to be like an arcade, I think that's what something like Blackpool, somewhere like Blackpool, does really well. You got a nice mix between like seaside and also obviously the pleasure beach as well. Because if you took out the pleasure beach, I mean, to be fair, if you took out the pleasure beach, you still got the Blackpool Tower and as well the Madame Tussauds and the Sea Life. So you still got the other Merlin attractions there. But if you took out like the main attraction, one of the main attractions like Pleasure Beach, apart from those, you just get you just get like the biggest attraction being an arcade, and I think that's the case with places like Cleethorpes, to be honest, and somewhere where they could look at improving, because they used to be fun. I think they used to be fun back in the day, but I'm not exactly an arcade person that much anymore. Although, to be fair, Although to be fair, I did watch yesterday. Well, I've got it on my desk here. I bought it from CX, like an absolute classic here. Diary of a Wimpy Kid on Blu-ray, absolute classic. Must recommend. When they went to like do the Cranium Shaker in the arcade, that's where if they got like if they replace those rides with something like a Cranium Shaker, that would do it. That would absolutely do it. You absolutely need to rewatch that movie. It is, it still holds up. It still holds up, I think. Because, to be fair, I have, obviously, now I'm a lot older than I was when I first watched it when I was, about 10 years ago. So I have a higher standard of comedy, but it still holds up quite a lot. And I basically, obviously I know I've seen it quite a few times already. I basically just bought it for the special features because I am a nerd and I love deleted scenes and director's commentary and extras because that's what gives me that's what gives me my peace in the world. But if they had something like imagine if they had the Cranium Shaker at Cleethorpes. There we go. I've just they should hire me. They should hire me for my for redeveloping the Visit Cleethorpes like attractions like brand kind of thing. If they had something like that, as long as if they had something like that and Dance Revolution. If they just had those two rides, or attractions, on the seafront, people are flocking, aren't they? Let's be real. And imagine just having a Cola chips, and then just going. They could even thinking about it, they could even get one of those sky coasters that they have at like Blackpool Pier. Something like that. Just easy like that. Just fling into the sea. Just fling people into the sea. Then absolutely, people would absolutely flock there. I would personally. I would want to be flung into the sea. It's like on an episode of Benidorm, when Jacqueline was like plunged into the sea on one of those like ski things. If they had something like that, but I guess it's quite a different like climate, isn't it? Like it probably wouldn't get used much. Although to be fair, one of my locals, like Chasewater Country Park, they do have like something like that, attraction like that, which I probably ought to check out, to be honest. But hire me up. That's all I say. That's all I'm going to say is hire me up for redeveloping places like Cleethorpes, because I think I have a really, really bold vision for places like that. But yeah, let's see how much have of this left now. There we go. Look, how did she say it? That's like almost gone. Almost gone. Like down to the bare bones now. I've got my backup there. Don't you worry. And this is my go-to. I love this. I love the fact I have this. Knight of the Manor, Drayton Manor of Law. It's one of the best cups I own because I've got it's my collection of like mugs and cups and stuff. I got like the original. I don't know how I've had this for quite a few years now, but I have like a Nemesis mug, which I don't think I assume they don't sell anymore in Towers Trading now. They've got like the new Nemesis Reborn merch. But yeah, I've got a Nemesis mug, which mainly I stuff nowadays. There we go. I'll try and get the Nemesis logo in. Oh, I'll keep turning it the wrong way. There we go. I'm mainly stuff with like hot chocolate and stuff now, which I had last night. I've not got much left of that now, but the Cadbury's. When I went down to the Portsmouth, my video with Portsmouth at the start of March, on that there, when we went down there for like a day trip kind of thing, just like passing by, I got like a Cadbury's hot chocolate. There was like a Cadbury's shop there, like the Waterfront Shopping Centre or whatever it's called, and it was lovely. That's lovely. I've actually saved it quite well. I've got like the last little drops of it now, but yeah, like the Nemesis cup. That's what mainly it's used for at the moment. You can see like the stains of like the hot chocolate and stuff where I've kind of built it because I'm quite a messy person. And you go, actually, yeah. Smile Always. I've had this for quite a few years as well. I think I've had this in like 2020. Yeah, Smile Always. That's what I'll be trying to tell myself on Friday. That's what I'll be trying to tell myself on Friday when I'm going to lift Hill and Hyperia. Yeah, I love collecting all sorts of merch. You know, I could do a merchandise store or something in the future because it is growing. And that like now I have like money to spend. You know, I don't have like the world's finances, of course, but you know, I have some money to spend, which allows me now to get like more theme park merch and stuff, which is something one of my other main passions aside from like creating theme park content is getting theme park merch, which I love. And well, as you can tell, with Smile, like we've got Smile Always, let's have a look. So we got the Drayton Manor mug. We got Nemesis and anything else. I'm not quite sure. Probably the rest is at home, to be honest. But we'll see. I don't know if I've got John Waldy's book up there. His first book. I need to get his second book actually. But yeah, starts to feel nervous for Hyperia. Yeah, I feel like that's gonna come. It hasn't quite hit me yet. It hasn't quite hit me yet, but I feel like it's inevitable. It's gonna come. It's probably going to start tomorrow night when I go to bed. I tuck myself up in bed in the nice Premier Inn. I'm trying to get as best night's sleep as I can. And then I'm just going to be waking up in the morning, going to have my breakfast and be, absolutely crapping myself for what is to come. In the few hours after that, which is why hopefully like my ideal day would just be like getting it over and done with. But yeah, seeing it actually tall in person, I feel like I've had that before with like a couple of things before. Yeah, like I feel like because like not many things I've been actually I've relished to do most roller coasters that I've done. You know, I've loved it. You know, queuing up for the first time to ride them, I felt absolutely fine. I felt absolutely great. But I think the only one so far that's properly made me feel like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Is when I rode Oblivion for the first time. I think that was the first one that kind of set me back a little bit. But I think this one, Hyperia is just going to be, because it's kind of like that thing, isn't it? When you've seen all the photos, and of course, every single time, photos and videos never do anything justice. And when you see the actual scale of it in real life, because I feel like some people have a pre-warning. They've given themselves a little bit of a chance. Some people already, because they'll have already, some people were there for when it first tested, and some people live quite local, so it's easy to sit. It was quite easy to go to Thorpe Park quite often on their visits to Thorpe Park and see it go up. So I think a lot of people, it's going to be a mix of like, you can definitely tell who's local and who's not, because the people that are local, they're going to be prepared, and they're going to be like, okay, well, obviously some people, they might be local and still, afraid. They might, because it might be their first ride. Who knows? And well, if it is their first ride, props to them, because it is quite a first ride to have. But like, it's going to be quite easy to tell who's local and who's not, because if the people that are local and also enthusiasts, they're going to be like, okay, well, this is going to be interesting, but I feel prepared. And then there's going to be, people that, like me that just like visit Thorpe Park once a year or something that have still not seen it in person yet, that are going to be like, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing with this? But I can't wait to get on it. I think once I get on it, it's going to be honestly one of the highlights of my year for sure. One of the highlights of my year for sure, because every time I step on a roller coaster and ride something, all the excitement comes out, and I'm like, yes, I'm ready to go. But for this, I just need to get on it. I just need to get on it, and then once I'm over the top, I'll be fine. And then I think this is my good warm up. This will be my good warm up to hopefully do like the big one in the future, and then I can say I've done like the two former record holders in the country. I guess I've done stealth before. I've done stealth quite a few times before, so that's a little bit of experience. That I can take into it, and hopefully I get to ride stealth. Again on Friday. Hopefully I get to do other stuff other than Hyperion as well, which is going to be amazing. But I'd love to see the rest of the park as well. I've been dying to see that. It's been obviously like I just said, I don't get to go to Thorpe Park that often as I do to Alton Towers, so it'll be great to see the rest of the park and how that's shaping up. So yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be. I think the main thing to take away from it is, like, you can say that you've done it. You can say that you've done something like that. Something considerable like that. I think is gonna be quite something. And the fact that I think more than anything, like regardless of the records that it has, that it's the tallest and fastest, and the scale of it and what have you. I think more than anything, the fact that it's an opening day. I've been to 2 opening days this year. That's mad. That's mad to think about. I loved obviously the other opening day that I went to at Alton. So just be able to go to this opening day as well. It's gonna be incredible. Just the atmosphere of like being in a crowd of people who are just as excited as I am to ride this thing. I think that's what's going to get me through it more than anything, to be honest. Just being in a community, like a crowd full of people that like share the same excitement and stuff like that. I think that's what's really got me excited over the past few weeks. Is I properly, like, in the last few weeks, I've definitely got involved a lot more. Tried to get involved a lot more in the theme park community and stuff. Just like try new things and everything. So it's gonna feel really special. It was insane. Yeah, the opening day was absolutely insane. I went straight. I'm glad I went straight to the Bunker Store 94 because I knew I had it on good authority that it was going to be busy, and then later like the queue, it was like an hour just to get in the shop. So I was like, yes, I think that was one of the days where sometimes like I plan a day out really well and it goes smoothly to plan. I think that was one of those days, and then there's other days where I'm like, I was going to do that, but I wish I had followed through with that now. I wish I had followed through with that plan because I kind of made a mistake by doing that first. But I'm glad I went to the shop first and got my memorabilia first because because I knew obviously I guess the the whole atmosphere of like being open till 8, which Hyperion is as well. Actually, I forgot about that. Hyperion open till 8 o'clock. So that's going to make it even more special as well. The fact that it's going to be open later. Which I think obviously Thorpe Park had to do anyway, really, because they knew it was, capacity wise, it's going to be, one of the most insane days that they've seen in many years. So it's going to be brilliant, and I hope I do get Night Ride on it, because I'm not sure when the sun sets. I think the sun sets around about that time, so it should be able to get a Night Ride on it. I think. You'll just have people inevitably running in at 7:59, just like. I think just like to sum it up, I think it's going to be at the start of the day. It's going to be its most hectic at the start of the day, and then at the end of the day. Hopefully, it dies down within the middle of the day, because that's obviously what it did with Nemesis. Hopefully, it dies down a little bit. Obviously, well, I'm kind of not expecting it to die down too much, to be honest. Because it is going to be crazy popular, for not just on the first day, obviously, but for a while. But it's going to be absolutely insane at like 7:59. You're just going to see, you're just going to see a flood of people. I bet you're just going to see a flood of people. Just running to the Hyperion entrance to get that last ride, and I hope it doesn't end. I hope it doesn't end. I hope, like, one reason I hope the weather's good is I hope. Well, actually, it wasn't really to do with the weather. Actually, it wasn't really to do with the weather, but hopefully, it doesn't end like it did for the Nemesis opening. Because that was gutting. Okay, I guess that will make up for it. I didn't get a Nemesis night. I was in the queue like past 8 p.m. for a Nemesis night ride, and I didn't get one. But if I get a Hyperion one, that'll sort of make up for it. And there's obviously always the opportunity of getting a Nemesis night ride later in the year. If the queue at the end of the day is really long, do you think people will still be riding it at like 10 o'clock? I'm going to push the boat out, and I think there might. There is a chance. Like, I've seen rumors there might be a chance that it could run until midnight. It could run until midnight, because obviously the queue closes at like 8 o'clock. But like Thorpe Park have ensured that everyone is gonna get their ride. But yeah, to midnight, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, they did say everyone will get their ride, so it all depends really. It might well close at like 8:30. Like, you never know. It might close at 8:30. I doubt it. It might. I guess. I think it might run for another like couple of hours or so. Like another 90 minutes, couple of hours, because I think it will. Like, the queue is unlikely to die down all day. But I think there is a chance. Like, it could be a stretch. It could well be a stretch that it like could open till midnight. But I think the fact that everyone will get their ride makes me believe that, because of the popularity of it, it could open late, until like you said, like you say. I think the most realistic thing could be like 10 o'clock, like you say. But you never know with these things. I don't know what to expect. I really don't know what to expect. And I think that's the most exciting thing about it, to be honest. I don't know what to expect. I kind of know what to expect with the day. I know it's going to be popular and all of that sorts. But like the actual element of not knowing what to expect in terms of stuff like that, like how long is it going to be open till? How popular is it going to? It is going to be. Like the question is, it's going to be popular, but how popular it is? Like, is it going to break some sort of record for the longest opening? The longest wait for like an opening day ride, because we had the Smiler in 2013, which was like 3 to 4 hours or something like that. Nemesis Reborn was like 4.5 hours, 5 hours. So this could top, I was saying this could top 5 to 6 hours easily. Especially I think with the train design as well, because I think the thing that helped I suppose with other ones like Nemesis and the Smiler is the capacity, because obviously with the Smiler and Nemesis you've got 4 in a row. With Hyperia you've just got 2. Like you got 2 on each row, so it's in effect it's a similar like layout to, if you get what I mean, to like Rita in a way, because it's only 2 on a row. So there's only, if there was like more they could fit on a row, obviously that multiplies. That's like a bigger capacity, more like a higher throughput, which makes me believe that there will be a great demand for it, like late on into the night, on Friday. But I hope there is an opportunity for a night ride anyway, because obviously it's different. It's not like well, suppose if the queue is long, then it is a guaranteed night ride. But because it's opening, this is like days are getting longer now. We're gonna have to go pretty. We're gonna have to go pretty long if we want a night ride on this. But if I do get a night ride, I'm gonna put it out there that it's probably going to be one of the best night rides, if not the best night ride that I have ever had. Because I've had some pretty decent ones on the Smiler, to be honest, and on Nemesis. A couple of years ago at like Scarefest, I believe. But this is going to top them all. And I hope they have one thing I hope is they have an awesome lighting package, as well. Because obviously there's been a few like moans and groans and like gruntles about like various different bits of theming lacking, and I think I am partial to agree that this is mainly about the ride, like for example the big one, Blackpool Pleasure Beach, of course, that is very striking in the skyline, but literally one of the pieces of theming is like a Pepsi Max can. So it's not. I suppose with these things, it's not all about that. It's mostly about the ride. But I do hope it has like an awesome lighting package, because that would make for an incredible photo opportunity, really. And it is a crazy layout. Like, just like seeing it again, like that's something that I can't wait to see up in person, really, because I've just seen like a couple of things about the layout. I've just seen a couple of things about the layout, really, like from testing videos and stuff like that. But I think the most poignant thing that I can't wait to see is the actual layout in person. Because obviously, like going around the queue line, you're really going to start to think of how crazy the layout is, as you just like, especially with the amount of time you're probably going to be stuck in that queue. You're going to have a lot of time to think about the layout, and what you're going to go through when you eventually get to those arcades. Oh man, it's gonna be crazy. Just going. I can't wait. Just go up that lift hill. Just that lift hill alone. Because it goes up that lift hill so quick, doesn't it? Because obviously it's like the tallest and fastest. It goes up. It goes up that lift hill so quick. It's unbelievable. So you're just gonna be like you're just gonna be like at the bottom. And then which is what I kind of wish. Like the well, I guess when you're going up that lift hill, you like when you come out of the station, you're thinking, "Oh, what's going on? What's going on? What's dragged me to come here to ride Hyperia?" And I'm gonna be kind of like thinking, I'm actually here." And then and then I'm gonna be then all of a sudden you just in a few seconds you're like at the top. And I'm like, oh, then I get here. Oh, I get here then. It's a bit strange, isn't it? But yeah, if the train stops at the top, I have to walk down all the stairs at that height. Oh no, oh no! Don't don't even start that. Oh my god! Oh, I can't even imagine. Like, I mean, well, I was kind of thinking when the Oblivion and Wicker Man VIP events came out, I was like, maybe like I kind of leant towards it and then I kind of backed out because of the price. I was because in that time, I was still trying to save up as much as I could towards the end of my first year at uni. So that'd be quite interesting if I got a VIP track walk experience in a way, going down the lift hill. But I wouldn't imagine you'd be able to take photos though. that would be terrifying. That would be terrifying. Yeah, there's so much pressure. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm really concerned about. Really, is the operations. Really, I hope they do a good job, and I'm sure they will. It's a learning curve. Obviously, everyone's got to be patient with it. For any new ride, it's a learning curve with operations. But there'll be so much pressure to dispatch, like the trains, at as fast as a rate as I can, to try and keep the queue down. So I hope that like there's no problems with anything like that, really, because I would absolutely hate to be in that position where I'm under pressure to deliver. It's like the opening day of a major new ride for the UK, and I'm under pressure to deliver like that. So I hope there's good operations to like kind of keep the queue going. So but it is a lot of pressure, and I imagine the like the directors and whatever at Thorpe Park will be excited, but like kind of just having their fingers crossed and that everything goes smoothly, like the first day goes smoothly. Because I think once the first day goes smoothly, then everything else should fall into line, and it should become an iconic UK coaster, like for sure. Because there's a lot of expectation behind it, of course. Everyone's expecting it to be one of the best rides, that they've experienced, and especially for me as well. That I've only been to a limited amount of parks abroad, with like Disneyland Paris, and can't remember the others. There's a lot of expectation for it to be good. because I haven't had the opportunity to do much attractions outside the UK that are properly like the best of the best in the world, which hopefully I will be able to do someday. And if hopefully the opportunity comes, then I'll bring that on the channel. And because this is like a bit of a premature announcement actually, because we've still got like eight months until I'm planning to do this, but there is a potential of me planning, because I have been saving up a little bit, and me planning to do a Universal Orlando trip, or just an Orlando trip in general for like a few days. Fly out to Florida for a few days and do a Universal Orlando trip, and do Walt Disney World and SeaWorld Orlando as well, which I believe they've opened a new coaster as well. It might have been last year actually, but I think I know they've opened that surf coaster last year, I think, or it might have been this year. But it's something I've never done before. I've never been to America before, so I just want to get. It's one of my main bucket list things that I want to tick off. I'm hopefully, to do that this year, and obviously do like Universal and go to Harry Potter World, and ride let's get this right here. Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. There we go. Boom. Heading to Universal and SeaWorld and Busch Gardens in September. Oh, nice. Well, I hope you very much enjoy that. It'll be. I'm sure. Absolutely have a blast. Go for the first time. That'll be. That'll be absolutely amazing. What are you looking forward to the most there? Is it like, you're looking forward to at Universal? Is there anything particularly on the bucket list? Oh yeah, of course, Busch just popped to my head. Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. Oh yeah, Velocicoaster. Oh yes, Velocicoaster. Yes, I have to. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's something I really would love to do. Velocicoaster and Iron Gwazi. So hopefully I can get out there and do those, because that'll be such fun. And I don't think I've never done an RMC before, so that will be absolutely incredible if I manage to do that. It's still in the pipeline yet, so it's not entirely confirmed. But hopefully, fingers crossed, if everything goes well over the next few months, that will be like the main trip that I'll be leading up to on this channel. But yeah, that'll be an experience doing an RMC, and hopefully, like you say, hopefully Hyperion is going to prepare you for that, because it's going to be quite an experience. And I feel like once you get over that milestone, it's kind of like going to a UK park and then go to a park abroad. And seeing like the difference, it's like, wow, I did this thing, and that, this thing, like, for example, like Velocicoaster and Iron Gwazi, completely on another level, because obviously, American parks, like obviously like Universal, have a considerably bigger budget, although obviously Merlin is the second still to Disney. So it's insane to see that contrast. But yeah, I really want to hopefully do an RMC soon. And there is rumors. I did see rumors the other day that a potential RMC is coming to. I think it was a family RMC was teased by Paul's Park or something like that for 2026 or something crazy like that. So imagine if that happened. Imagine if that happened. Like, imagine if I, well, hopefully it goes through, but imagine if sadly it didn't happen. And then like if the Paultons RMC happened, and that was my first RMC. That'd be interesting. But I'd just love to do more parks abroad in like America, and I've never been to Portaventura either. The only European parks I've been to are Disneyland Paris and Fantasyland, the latter which I need to get back to. I need to ride Taron again, and I feel like I need to. Ride Talakan again, because obviously now the rumors are swirling. It's looking very likely now. It's looking very likely that Ripsaw could be returning to Alton Towers sometime this year or the start of next year. So perhaps if that Universal trip doesn't quite come through, there could be an opportunity maybe for a trip to Fantasyland in the winter, because that is one of the parks that I've seen before that looks absolutely stunning in winter. They do a brilliant winter event. I think that's something that Alton Towers could learn from to step up their Christmas event. But hopefully, events like that can be stepped up, because I think when I went to Fantasyland for the first time, and it blew me away going on Fly, Taron, and the way they did it over there, it's just incredible. And of course, like the lovely weather helped complement that as well. But just the way they do it over there is just absolutely insane. And Taron at the moment is my number one coaster. But who knows? Who knows? Hyperia could challenge it for the top spot on Friday. Who knows? Depends on how amazing the ride experience is. And I might need to redo my list a bit. But all in all, whatever happens, it'll still be another cred. It'll still be another cred to add to my cred list, which I'm not sure how big it is at the moment. But it is growing. It is growing. Slowly but surely, it is growing. And I need to... What else do I need to do? I need to go to Efteling as well. Baron Atinati Et. If you like to do a little bit of a quirky Dutch accent there. But Europa Park as well. All of these, what I would love to do basically for this channel, if I had an ideal, is just to do, a European, just do all the European parks and do America, the main American parks all in one summer. Really, that would be my ideal theme park summer, really. And obviously, of course, hopefully sandwich a visit to like Alton and Thorpe in between that as well. That would make the absolutely perfect summer. And you never know what can happen in the future. If I get the means to do it, I will do it. I will absolutely do it, because one of my absolute dreams is just to travel around, seeing amazing stuff, and that's what I've started to do on Attractions with Ash with these like videos, especially this year. So hopefully it's all leading up to that. If this plan, whatever you could call it, works, then hopefully that's what I could end up doing, and I could go to the do European and American parks, and that would be incredible. And I can't wait. Hopefully in the future to be able to do that. Because I'm trying to think what else. Because you got Europa Park. I feel like I need to do another episode of like GeoGuessr to kind of like refresh my memory and try to kind of like get my ideas going. And like obviously you got these like smaller amusement parks as well, that provide the true entertainment with their rides, like Funny World in Germany, with the like self-operated rides. Yeah. I'm getting far too ahead of myself now. I'm acting as if like I've got like 1 million subs, and I'm gonna go off to Dubai. I'm gonna do all the theme parks out there. I'm gonna go and ride. What was it, Formula Rossa, the fastest the fastest roller coaster in the world. That'd be an experience, wouldn't it? But for now, just doing Hyperion is enough, and I think that'll be a brilliant milestone just to be able to do, um, just to be able to say I've done something like that, um, and then hopefully something else could come along in the form of like Universal UK. Hopefully that gets confirmed in the near future, and then something crazy, even crazier, could take its place because obviously Universal have the budget. So something even something even more weird, you know, like like this, like the steepest, uh, uh, the smallest roller coaster in the world. Like it's just dug straight into the ground, and it's like the deepest, like even deeper than like Nemesis or Oblivion, like dug into the ground. It is really going to feel like an achievement after going on Hyperia. It really is. Mostly, I feel like you know, like you say, like obviously you've come prepared with the stool, with the stool. So you got that bit of protection there for your legs. So, but like um, if you really like feel like doing the whole challenge and like standing up for as long as you can, I feel like uh, that's really going to feel like an achievement. Just like sitting down, to be honest, I think like if you're like standing, for example, if you're standing in the queue for like 5 hours and then you finally get a rest by sitting on the Hyperion seat, which is hopefully going to be comfortable. That's exactly. I think that's exactly what everyone needs. Is just a comfortable ride, because after waiting that long, I think it's just going to be a main achievement. Really, the biggest achievement is just getting on it. Um, after all that time. So, and I wonder what the next achievement will be. Wonder what the next achievement will be, because it's quite hard. I feel like it'd be quite hard to top something like that. Like if you're building anything taller, if say theoretically if Blackpool wanted to build something taller, you're talking over 300 feet here. You're talking over 300 feet, and it's going to end up. What you're going to end up having is it's going to go way into the. It's going to end up going way into the clouds, and then it's going to have to like you have like you have like near miss elements. You're going to have a literal real life near miss element with like a plane or something. I don't know. That's I think that's the only way you could possibly top it. Maybe, but at the same time, I don't think that would be feasible. Considering yeah, there would probably be some objections to that. Considering the whole thing that's gone on before, with drones and everything interfering with like the airspace and stuff. But actually, let me see. Let me see how many creds I've got. Let me look on my app and see how many creds I've got. Let's have a look. So obviously the most is at Alston Towers. Stats. I think it's on here. So 145. It says 145 new unique attractions. 14 parks I've visited. So if you see this, here we go. If I get it to focus, come on. There we go. So 55 coasters. So that's quite decent. I'm over 50. I'm over 50 on my cred count. My top attractions: Nemesis Reborn, Smiler, Wickerman, Oblivion, and Icon. Yes, Icon is number 5. So I've done 55 roller coasters, 44 flat rides, 1 troops. Oh yeah, Storm Surge. These are. Imagine going. Yeah, imagine going on a Hyperia and just having a lovely ride on Storm Surge later. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? Yeah, put into car yet? What Blackpool will just get rid of the big one, rid of the big one, and just like transport from America, like on a yearly basis. They'll just loan King to car or Top Thrill from like Cedar Point in King's Dominion, and they'll just say, like, for their marketing, they'll just go like, here for a limited time only. There's and then they'll eventually I think King's Dominion, I think it's King the Car, isn't it? They'll just say, oh sorry, yeah, you can't have it for this year, and then there'll just be a blank space of the big, like, there'll be nothing there, and well, I guess there'll still be like Icon to attract people to Pleasure Beach, but there'll just be a massive hole in the skyline. But that would be a very weird prospect, wouldn't it? Very a workable prospect, but that's how my mind works, I guess. But what we've got, so we've got Thought Park. So we've got 14 out of 23. Of course, yes, we've got Big Easy bumpers as well. Yeah, we got for this year. We got the retheme for Big Easy Big Easy. I can't speak. Big Easy Boulevard. Big Easy bumpers. So that's another cred. That counts as another cred. So I've got 14 out of 23 for Thought Park. See if you. This is not very good at focusing, is it? There we go. 14 out of 23 for Thought Park. So what haven't I done? Big Easy bumpers, depth charge, which apparently depth charge. I think it plays like. I heard last time I went, it plays music from the Flume. Apparently, I don't know if it still does. Still, I haven't been on Ghost Train, or High Striker, Mr. Monkey's Banana Ride, Quantum I've been on. I haven't done the 4D. Apparently, according to Logride, the 4D experience counts as a cred. So, I might have to do that in like the near future, or maybe on Friday if I get time. What else? Have we got Zodiac as well? Yeah, I haven't got Zodiac. That's the former clone now of Enterprise, because obviously Enterprise is not there anymore. But there we go. 14 out of 23. I could complete Thought Park, because I don't think I've completed any. Even though I've done every single roller coaster at like the major like Merlin parks and like in the UK. I haven't actually completed fully like the whole parks in terms of like all the flat rides or anything. So that would be quite interesting. But yeah, I'll be close. I'm 14 out of 23 creds for Thought Park, so that'd be pretty close. I could get near completing Thought Park properly, and that'd be the first ever park that I've actually like fully completed, done absolutely every ride there is to do. So that's quite interesting. There's a few different angles. Oh, I've just accidentally screenshotted. There's like a few different angles I could go with here. Like, I'm gonna get there early. I'm gonna get there early, but I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to do. Uh, well, I'm gonna go to Hyperia straight first, um, and then hopefully my plan is to do things at the rest of the day, and try and get as much. I'm gonna try and get as much as I can, do as much as I can, and get close to that magic number of 23 that I can. And I think that'll really top the day off. Because I think, yeah, I've changed my mind now. I'm not really excited for Hyperia. All I want to do is go to Mr. Monkey's Banana Ride. To be honest, that is the ride that I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to do Mr. Monkey's Banana Ride. I'll have to have a go on Flying Fish again. It's just customary, really. When going to Thorpe Park, you just have to. It's a shame, really, that its title as like the number one coaster at Thorpe Park is gonna be soon relegated by Hyperia. It is a shame, but you know, that's I've got to get my cred list up. It's 55, but I want to get it. I want to keep getting it as close to 100 as possible. I want to keep doing that. Pretty good. More than you. Okay. Yeah. Well, it has shot up. It has shot up quite a bit. I think my like it was stuck for quite a while. With just like the main Alton Towers and Thorpe Park, I was just doing re-rides. I wasn't riding any new coasters. But I think like recently we're going to places like Disneyland Paris. My cred list is just massively shot up. And I think it's also helpful as well that flat rides are classed as creds as well in a way, because that's helped me like bulk the numbers up a little bit. But yeah, 55 is not too bad. Not too bad going, I guess. I guess for my next stream, I'll just completely go through my log ride. It's an app on my iPhone that I use called Log Ride. It's completely free to download. And then there's an optional. I know it's not like when you get the app. There's an optional. There's an optional payment if you want to add extra features or something, but it is free. Let me just put it up. Yeah. Oh, I've got to update it. So I'll just put that up. There we go. It's on the App Store. I'm sure it's like on Play Store as well. But yeah, it's really useful. Because before I had a terrible like website, not website, Microsoft Word. I just had a terrible like Microsoft Word like makeshift kind of like cred counter, and I just kept losing count. But this has helped quite a lot. Because someone else, I think someone else in the theme park community on Twitter suggested it. I just caught a wind of it, and I just downloaded it, and it's really helpful. It's really fun thing to tick off because I love like ticking things off. So it's really helpful. So yeah, Alton Towers 26 out of 44. Obviously, need to do a lot. To be fair though, like with Alton Towers, they class Bluey Live as a cred. I mean, I don't blame them. I don't blame them. To be fair, like I imagine it is quite an experience. Go to see Blue live at CV's on. But it's quite interesting. Cuckoo Cars Driving School is also a credit as well. Mr. Monkey's Banana Rides Classic. Oh yeah, well I've got to ride it then. That's it. That's settled. I've absolutely settled. I'm gonna give it a ride, and I'll be sure to give you my thoughts in the like the Hyperion video. Hopefully, coming sometime on Friday evening, if all goes well. If it doesn't go well, then it will definitely come like sometime at the weekend, probably on Saturday. But hopefully, I can like edit it on the train back. I'll be absolutely shattered. So I mean, to be fair, it might not be the best edit I've ever done, but I just want to get it out as soon as possible, and it'll be on hopefully Friday evening, and I'll be sure in that case. Thanks for the suggestion. I'll be sure to include Mr. Monkey's Banana Ride in that in my list of like things to do. I'm sure it will become a firm favourite pretty quickly. I'm sure, no doubt. Have you got any other classics? I'm intrigued to know now. Have you got any other like classic flat rides that I could do? Or does Mr. Monkey's Banana Ride come out way on top? Is that absolute must? Is you don't suppose maybe what's it called now? Big Easy Bumpers, which I think it used to be themed to Angry Birds, didn't it? I imagine that's quite fun too. And then obviously Stealth around the corner. You may as well do 2 in 1 there. But that's good. That'd be great, isn't it? Like if Mr. Monkey's Banana Ride ends up better than what you call it now? Hyperion. I forgot the name. Hyperion. There we go. I've been talking about it so much I forgot the name. Typical. But it's gonna be so much fun, honestly. Just seeing everybody there, and who knows? Maybe I can make everyone will be in good spirits, and hopefully the people with the tents outside the Thorpe Park entrance won't get too much of a disturbing look from the general public. But I fear that might be the case if that's going to happen. Wouldn't it be ironic if those same people that queued outside for days outside the O2 like last year for a concert were the same people that queued like overnight or whatever for Thorpe Park for Hyperion? Like, do they just go around the country to these special events and queue overnight? I mean, I know it happens sometimes with like royal events and stuff like that. With like, I think I know with like when the Queen died and stuff, with like lying in state and like the funeral and what have you and stuff like that. That's sort of more understandable because it's like once in a lifetime event. But do these people? That's my serious question. Do these people go around the country to all these big events and just queue? Is that their main thrill? More than the ride itself, you're just queuing. They just get an adrenaline rush of setting up that tent, which I suppose I would do. To be fair, imagine the irony if those two things combined, and like Mr. Monkey's Banana Ride, that someone interviewed them, like maybe for the news, and they just interviewed them like, oh, why are you queuing outside for Hyperion? Well, we were, but we are first time visitors to Thorpe Park, and we really wanted to ride Mr. Monkey's Banana Ride. It's been a bucket list of mine for such a long time, and we're queuing to be the first riders of the day on that ride because it will be a special moment for us. That'd be more understandable, to be fair, if they were queuing for that, because that would be quite a momentous occasion. But yeah, going for 2.5 hours now. I've been rambling for 2.5 hours. That is crazy, isn't it? It's gone not quite pitch black outside. There's still a little bit of light left in the sky, but it is pretty much dark now. And when I started, it was not the best weather, but now it's turned into kind of like a serene, nice like summer night now, with still a bit wet outside, but it's a bit nicer now. Bit of a nicer evening, which is a nice, I suppose a nice thing to end on, really, because I'm going for 2.5 hours now, which is crazy. I've almost made it up now, because I was still miffed like a few weeks ago when I did that. I did a live stream for like 3.5 hours, or the beginning and end of it was muted because I didn't have the microphone input, so I was just doing literally at the end of the live stream. I was doing my Duolingo streak because it was like 11:45 and I still hadn't done it, so I was like, I don't want to miss a day. So I was doing that. I was just doing that in silence, and it was so awkward. It was so awkward when I watched it back. I was like, oh god. But hopefully everything has gone to plan for this stream. Lovely 2.5 hours, just rambling on and just sharing my excitement really for Friday, and I can't wait. Like I say, if I do happen to, if you do happen to notice me filming or anything like that, by all means, if you want to offer an opinion or anything like that on your run experience or anything like that, absolutely feel free. I'd love to include more stuff like that, and do the more interview side of things. But yeah, basically, I can't wait. I can't wait to go down tomorrow morning to London and just have a whole day to just prepare myself. I have a whole extra day in London to try and enjoy myself. It's kind of like a nice distraction. It's kind of like a nice precursor distraction. Just like, okay, everything's going well. I'm enjoying myself in London, seeing all these different things I want to see. Not necessarily, I guess, the touristy bits, because I've seen those so many times before, but the more historic, lesser known parts of London, I guess. Then make a really, really cool video, and that'll be my nice distraction on the way back to my hotel room. Just okay, I'm editing my video now. Try not to think about Hyperion the next day, and then I'll wake up Hyperion the next day, and then I'll struggle to have any breakfast, because when I'm really nervous, when I'm really, really nervous for something, or I'm really stressed out, I really struggle to eat my breakfast. Case in point, when I went to Downton Bath at the end of November last year, and I stayed overnight in Bristol and did Bristol the next day, walk around Bristol, which was actually really nice, but it took me a while to get into that day, and it was really, really difficult, and I didn't have much breakfast, so hopefully that's not the case with Hyperion on Friday. Hopefully just my excitement just overrules everything, like right now, really, and I just feel absolutely amazing, and I just have hopefully a full stack of breakfast, which I think will be much needed to boost my stamina in preparation for that Hyperion queue on Friday. And I hope you're very well. I'm sure I'm sure you're very excited for it as well. I hope it's absolutely amazing ride. I really, really do. Because it's been leading up to this for so long. This is like the next big thing after my Paris trip in March. This is the next big thing now that's round the corner, and I absolutely cannot wait. And I can't wait to make this video. These couple of videos, and maybe even more as well, depending on like how excited I am. If I'm excited, depending on my excitement levels, if my excitement levels are really, really high, then it's about then you know I do loads of I make loads of stuff, and I have no short of things to edit. So I hope that's the case, and I'll probably make a follow-up video as well a few days after it, giving my like initial thoughts on my ride experience and like the whole day is like in general. And you know, if in case I don't manage to cover everything in my Hyperion video on Friday, but I hope you'll stay tuned for that. I hope you'll stay tuned for tomorrow as well. You know, I'll be posting updates as well on like the journey and stuff here and there on Twitter and stuff. If there's any funny things happening, so like Ash WLV on Twitter, I'll be commentating my day as I do quite well, I think. So hopefully it all goes to plan. Hopefully it's an absolutely incredible day on Friday, which is going to be one of the best days I've had for a while, and certainly one of the highlights of the year. So and hopefully it will be one of your highlights as well. If you managed to get over the initial fear of it, which is completely understandable, because there's never been anything like this before, and it's about to open. It's about to all the chaos. Well, hopefully, good chaos is about to unleash on Friday, and hopefully it all goes well. Yeah, I need to sort some stuff out, because like the main thing that happens with my trips is sometimes I always seem to leave something behind, and I'm like, so like case in point, when I went to Paris, I had to try and tactically charge up my different things because I forgot to bring an extension lead. So that's definitely something I've got to consider. Not necessarily an extension lead, but that's something I've got to consider and do carefully over the next like couple of hours before I go to bed. Get some well-earned rest before the trip out tomorrow. But it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. One deep breath and one final swig. Couldn't quite finish it in 2 swigs. But there we go. There we go. Hope you enjoyed. You know, this nice little chill out on a Wednesday evening. I feel like it was the only way to curb my excitement, to be honest, because I think my excitement levels got way too out of hand a couple of hours ago. But I think they're back down now. They're back down, which is great. Absolutely brilliant. Although I'm still very, very excited, very much excited, but not too excited. Not too excited where, you know. But I hope you have enjoyed. And I hope you come along for the videos to come over the next couple of days, which, as I keep saying, are going to be absolutely awesome. And I hopefully I can. I'll say I'm going to do like a review kind of video of Hyperion maybe over the next week or two. I might do that live, or I might just do it. Might just do it a pre-record, to be honest. Depends. I'm not quite sure yet, but it's definitely something in the pipeline. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed. Thanks for all the entertaining comments and like suggestions and everything that have really that are really going to help push on my channel. I'll definitely keep that one in mind for the one about Cleethorpes. And the video title, because I've never really I'm not the best at doing clickbait titles, to be honest. So I'll definitely give it another go. I'll definitely give it another go, and I might try it out on my Hyperion video or something like that and see how it goes. But I don't know. I don't know. But I've nearly been live for 3 hours now, so I think I need to give my voice a rest because I can feel I've had a blocked nose for the last couple of days, and it's only getting worse. It's only getting worse. So I think I'll try and rest it up as much as I can for the next couple of days to follow. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. I'll just do one last week. I can do one last week to just like a cool outro kind of thing. Here we go. There we go. That's a swig. That's a swig for Hyperia. That's a swig for Hyperia. I'll see you hopefully in tomorrow's video, if all goes well. Until then, goodbye.